Good morning and welcome to Unity of Huntsville. Unity of Huntsville is an inclusive, compassionate community that supports the realization of our divine potential, the awakening of our hearts, and healing through interactive learning, practice, and service. My name is Reverend Dean Isley, and I'll be the worship leader this morning and the song leader. And we are blessed to have Carol Zuskosky providing the message, A Space for Grace, this morning. I would also like to introduce Debbie Priest on the keyboards accompanying me, and we have Patty and Betsy running the slides that will have the lyrics and the affirmations behind me. And as you came in, if you're new to Unity of Huntsville, you may have seen 4 pews that are arranged a little differently than all the rest. This is our virtual circle. We call it our circle of light, even though it is shaped more like a rectangle. And that's a place where we gather after the service ends, a place where we can meet as equals to discuss whatever the topic of the day is. Today, that would be a space for grace. So we hope you'll stay around for that. And now, if you would, please, our opening song, Welcome to the Temple. Welcome to the temple, welcome to the sanctuary. We are here to greet you, you just come on in. Welcome to the presence, welcome to the family. We are here to greet you, you just come on in. Come on in and sit down. We know you're looking for a place of love. And do you hear all the voices raised in song? So take your heart in your hand, this is where you belong. And open up the doors now. Welcome to the temple, welcome to the sanctuary. We are here to greet you, you just come on in. Welcome to the presence, welcome to the family. We are here to greet you, you just come on in. Come on in and sit down. you find your seats, I invite you to greet each other in hands of fellowship as we sing Weave. Weave us together, weave us together in unity and love. Weave us together, weave us together, together in love. Weave us together, weave us together in unity and love. Weave us together, weave us together, together in love. This song, please be seated. We've all heard Amazing Grace. It's in the Red Book if you'd like to follow there. The words will be behind me on the screen as well. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a soul like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to sing, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already brought me safe thus far to freedom that will last. Back to the first verse. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a soul like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. And now let us join together as we affirm our opening statement. There is only one presence and one power in my life and the universe, God. And now I'd like to read for you from the Daily Word. The Daily Word is a publication of Unity World Headquarters. And the word of the day today is connection. And the affirmation is, I share a connection to all living things. And the message is, I share a connection with the human family and the world's creatures and the universe itself. I am reminded of the words of astronomer Carl Sagan, who wrote, "The cosmos is within us. We are made of stealth." I affirm this cosmic connection and more. I feel I am part of everything and connected with everyone through the indwelling presence that unites us in God. When the world feels lonely and I'm struggling to find my place in it, I remember this cosmic connection and that despite our surface differences, we have much in common. I value my connection with others and seek to make new ones. I treasure these relationships and celebrate our oneness with God. And the scripture is from 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 11. Therefore, encourage one another and build up each other, as indeed you are doing. And the affirmation of the day is, I share a connection to all living things. And the word of the day is connection. And now let us affirm together our Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Leave us not in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. And now I'd like to go a little deeper in prayer together. I invite you to check in with your body right now, perhaps noticing your breath. Just allowing your spine to be a little more erect than normal, with your feet firmly and securely planted on the ground. And now, if you would, let's together take a deep breath in, gently but fully, filling our lungs. And then exhaling, relaxing, allowing that air to escape back to universe. Breathing in, gently but fully filling our lungs. And then relaxing and releasing. And as your breathing returns to its normal pattern of in and out, just allow your body to continue to relax as your mind becomes a little more quiet, a little more still. Thoughts will come, emotions are present, and that is okay. We can simply observe that they're there without following them and without even giving them a name. Just simply being right where you are right now. We are, you are good right now, just the way you are, perfect, whole, and harmonious. Each one of us, a beloved child of God, an expression of the divine in this universe. We are star stuff. Each one of us. A child of the divine. And we inherit divine qualities, wisdom and understanding, love and order, strength and will, the zeal for life, and the ability to eliminate anything that is not a part of our wholeness. And life itself. It flows through your body now, directly from the source of all life, to you and through you, and then radiating back to universe. It touches everyone in this room and everyone in our lives. There is no separation, for we are all united in this life, this bioenergy. As it flows through your body, it touches each cell of your being, rejuvenating and giving life, even as it sweeps away any obstacle to your wholeness. This life. as a unique expression of God, a being of spirit. Each one of us here to do what is ours to do. Sometimes it's not clear what is ours to do. And so we open ourselves to Spirit. We always have available to us the Christ presence, presence of Spirit that is within us always, together right now. It is as we come out of the silence that we often hear and feel a realization of what is ours to do. And so we open ourselves to receive Spirit. I need your help. I need to know my next step on my spiritual path. What is mine to do? Patiently we wait, knowing that we will receive the guidance that we need at just the right and perfect time. And we are grateful for one another. We are grateful that the presence is always within us in that silent and still place, and that we will receive the guidance we need in just the right and perfect time. We are grateful for this opportunity to gather together to hear this message of truth this morning. We are grateful that each one of us will receive this message in just the way that we need to hear it. We are grateful for this space of grace. In a spirit of gratitude that knows no object, only gratitude itself, we say thank you. And so it is. Amen. And now I'd like to introduce Reverend Carol Zuskosky with a space for grace. She's just making sure you're awake.
Good morning. We got a little time before the afternoon. It's wonderful to see all of you, and I want to thank Dean and everyone here at Unity for inviting me to come and speak. I just see so many familiar, wonderful faces, friends, and friends I haven't seen in a very long time, and then new friends that are here today. I want to welcome all of you. You know, I get to choose the topic, and I love having this opportunity because sometimes we say something, but it doesn't go very deep. Like I talk about grace and being in grace, and you all have your own relationship to that. So today I thought maybe we would deconstruct a little bit and see what fits for you. So this time is an offering, It's not a talk. I can't talk at you. But I can offer you a big, beautiful grace pizza. And if it's good, you'll take a piece. But find something, if you will, that really resonates with you. We are held and we move in grace. Grace is given to us. We do not have to earn it. It's about an awareness of who we really are, that aspect of the oneness, and settling into that and embodying that. You know, when we began as little teeny tiny ones, we came in and we just were grace. And anybody around that received that birth, I know all of you have had probably some experience with that, holding a baby and that innocence. That beauty, that moment is grace. And you can recognize it. You can go, wow, miracle. This is fantastic. And we know that there's grace by, I was going to say this. So many ways we know there's grace. There's so many ways that we can forget that there's grace. And just our breath, the way we move, our magnificent bodies, how the organs work, how relationships work, how the beauty is outside or the rain, all of it is there, but it's so easy to forget. It's easy to forget because we have a lot of noise in our world right now. In our world. And we often can get distracted. And I'll say we, but I'm usually talking about me. And we can get distracted, but often we are offered so much information. And it feels like we need to listen and really take it in because maybe there's something to do. But all that information that is coming from the outside can really distract how we are connected and how we move. And to be moving, to be in the oneness means to be embodied in knowing we are connected. We are all connected. There's a frequency of awareness, and it's a vibrational field. Like right now, we're in a field. And I like to remember that we're always in a field, whether we recognize it or not, but each one of you have a vibration or kind of a song that you are singing from the inside. And that vibration is your GPS, your grace positional system. And the grace positional system helps me to remember there's a satellite in GPS. There's also a satellite in our self. So that satellite that has an attunement or a frequency. Now, there's a lot of satellites out there right now, aren't there? There's just a lot of information, a lot of ways to connect. What if we settle into the things that we value, the things that we hope for, the things that are alive in us? So we're at choice. We're at choice about what GPS, grace positional system, you are tuning in. So what is the thing that matters to you? Is it harmony? Is it peace? Is it creativity? Just take a moment and ask, what is my GPS? What am I tuning into? Because once you decide that, you can feel when you're off by your body. Your body will feel contracted, or you might have a little heart contraction, or confusion. These are all signals that we are off our GPS. It's so important then to remember who we really are. What are the values? What do we really care about? What brings us joy in life? And when you remember that and you take in a breath and you find some space within yourself, grace is already there. Grace is already moving. The space for grace is actually right here now. I saw this video with Brother David Stindl Rost, and he's a beautiful Catholic monk. And his relationship with grace is that he is a gratitude specialist, I would say, but he knows that those two come together. Because when you are grateful, it's a way to shift your energy, to align yourself to the good that is. I mean, think about it. Not only our bodies, but this planet and the water that we have. Even the things like the electricity that we have in our house, the water we wash our hands with, all the modern conveniences, for us here, that is a piece of grace. A lot of people don't have that. So remembering what are the good things in your life anchors you to this knowing that we belong, that there is the space that we're already in. So Brother David was talking to Jack Cornfield, and he's a Buddhist American teacher, just wonderful human being. And he said, let me tell you a little bit about grace for me. He said, when I was young, I had a younger definition. He said, I was brought up Catholic, and for me, I learned to pray at the side of my bed. And I had an idea that grace was like little bottles in an apothecary from God. So I could pray for someone's health, or I could pray for a good grade in school, or I could pray that I want a puppy, or I can pray that I am a good person. But each one was a bottle. And if I prayed, that was delivered to me. He said, but as I grew and I observed, I added to that. I added to that definition to know grace might be that cat that is walking on the shelf. And he said, I noticed how they moved. There was just this sweet movement, and there were things on the shelf, and they would avoid it, and they would be able to jump just beautifully. And then he said, and I remembered then the ballerinas, or any dancer, or even me as a dancer. There's grace in that. Then I looked at the birds and the trees moving, and I realized, oh, wow, I believe grace is a movement. Brother David said, grace is a movement. And he said that is the life force that is moving through you. And it needs to be tended. It needs to be cared for. How do we find grace? You have to stop long enough to feel and to become aware, become present. I rescued a cat named Mr. Charlie Swirl last year. And he was an outdoor cat, but he came to me and he started having this, like, every time he breathed in and out, he would have a wheezing sound for everything. And I went out there one day and he's laying there. Now, I said, God, I'm not going to rescue any more cats unless they come to me. Well, at my front door, Mr. Charlie Swirl was there. So my husband and Michael and I took him to the vet. And the vet said, you know, it does not look good for Charlie. And I said, well, give us what you have, and we are going to take care of him. And I thought, even if it's the end of his life, I want him to know he is loved and cared for. So we took him back, and over the next 3 months, it was touch and go. We did not know. I was giving him breathing treatments. I was giving him an IV, and I was working with my vet who would give me medicine and consulting because I just didn't know what was going on with him. But the thing about Charlie is he had great personality. He was so present. He was alert and just the sweetest little boy, and he loved me so very much. Well, I'm not going to give up on Charlie. So 3 months went by, and he started to get better and better. And then there was a point where, wow, he's ready to go to another home. I already have 5 cats, so I did need to find him another home. But I was really worried, so I did a secret prayer inside of myself. And I said, God, I'm going to need someone that will be so kind and take care of Charlie as well as I did. Now, I realized that that was a big ask. That was a big bottle to ask. But I said, he is most wonderful. And then secretly, and I didn't tell Michael, I thought, well, if no one gets him, I'll take him. But really, my heart knew that he needed to be a cat that was beloved in a family where it was the one, the main one. So I made a video with a darling little girl, Avery, and we had taken lots of beautiful pictures. He had a big swirl on the side, and he was full of personality. He loved to play. We got a lot of that, and we made a video. And at the end of the video, I said, this cat is for a very special home, for very special people. And you will know who you are, and just give us a call. So within 4 or 5 days, I got a call from a young family, Ashton and Bethany, these young people, early 20s, trying to make their way in life, called me, and Charlie was next to me breathing. He still breathed like that. But he was well. He just will always have this really noisy breath. And I said, oh, did you like that video? And they're like, yeah. And they said, we heard that he had a sound. And then Charlie, of course, they're like, we're hearing that now. So I told him what was going on with Charlie. And I said, I understand if this is not for you. And the young man said, I think he is for me. So they came and met Charlie. And over a few visits, they became his friend. And they took him home. And he could not have more care and more love. So what was the grace for me? The grace was this impulse to go ahead and save this cat and put myself out there and serve him and make it a part of my life and know that he may make it or he may not, but it doesn't matter, that I am fully engaged. He's present, I'm present, and we have an awareness that life is precious and moving. That Charlie he was 8 pounds when he left. He is now 15 pounds. And he has more toys than you can imagine. He is a beloved cat. So the frequency that we are tuning to in matters. So I love Grace Positional System because when you're discouraged, when you've had something happen that is unexpected, maybe there's a loss in your life. It can feel like, I don't know, in my body I feel the energy like going everywhere and I get confused and overwhelmed. But when I bring myself back to remember what are the values, what are the things I really care about? I care about connecting with people, my friends and my family. I care about joy. I care about creativity. I care about love. And in my prayer closet, within myself, I land and stay quiet. And I can feel kind of like the radio, you know, those old-fashioned radios where you can hear it going up and down the signal, the frequencies. I can feel almost my energetic body tuning in because now it has a station. It has a station for me. And when I feel that, I settle. I feel grounded. I feel connected. It's something that you do all the time. Think of where you feel grace. Where do you see grace in your life? It takes space. You take a moment and take in a breath. And the simplest things, watching the birds fly. We had 14 different kinds of birds in our backyard one day. Oh, I have an app that measures that. I was enthralled. I couldn't believe it. I heard all the bird songs. That was a piece of grace. Getting up in the morning and be able to get out of bed. To go outside and feel the fresh air. To notice the rain or the sun. Think about where you are noticing grace. Grace is a movement, like Brother David talked about. It's a movement within you. We're alive and moving all the time. Every cell is being enlivened. All your blood is coursing through your veins. If you think about it, it's just a movement that we're here. It looks like we're solid, but we're not. We're always flexing. So what frequency do you want to tune into? What is your space for grace? This is such a beautiful crowd. You don't see yourselves, but there's an energy field here. And as I'm speaking, I feel like there's an exchange. There's a connection with each and every one of you. And then connections everywhere else. And this whole place feels like kind of a conduit now, an energetic field. It does feel like a space of grace. It's almost like that idea of tuning forks when we find our space. And it can be 100 times a day. We can move in and out of it. I mean, we're human. We're going to be tested. We're going to walk through things that are difficult or challenging. But when you tune yourself back to love, to appreciating your body and your heart, to your breath in and out, when you tune back into that, you are vibrating at a certain frequency, and like a tuning fork that is just rightly tuned, you start to attract others. And as other people are standing in your area, your space, they start to vibrate their song. This is the connection that we are making here today. This is the connection you make with your loved ones. This is the connection with your friends, community, and so on. So, you are here now in grace. You are being held in grace. And you do move in grace. We're just going to take a moment to kind of visit this within ourselves, and I'll ask you a few questions, but we'll do a little quieting. If you want to close your eyes, we're going to take a few breaths and just feel them going deeper a few times in and out. And bring your attention to your heart. And feel that energy around your heart, around your chest. Just locate that space. And what I'd like you to do is bring in something you love, someone you love, a place that you love. And if you can envision it or feel into it, you let that heart breathe now. Breathe in and out of the heart. Keeping that image or that feeling, that one thing that makes your heart sing. And so now I will ask you a question. As your heart is singing, you can drop that vision and stay with your breath. What are the things that you value in life? What are the things that bring you joy, harmony, peace? What do you value? And now I invite you to take one of those values and ask yourself, how would that show up in my life? Just one of them. How would I walk with that idea of harmony, peace, love? Can you take that one idea this week and every day walk and discover that you are the space for grace? And when you're ready, open your eyes. So grace is, we are, this is a space for grace. I know for each of you that you find your own way, and we are all vibrating together to feel good in our life, to meet things that are difficult, but come back home to that which sustains and holds you. You are connected to the divine, and in oneness, we know that we are here, we are held, and we move in grace. And I want to thank you. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Carol.
Welcome.
So let's hold in mind this space for grace. Let's hold that in our bodies. And we're going to hear a song called Grace by Daniel Nahmod. And let it be a prayer. Let it be an opportunity to just feel grace in this space right now.
Thank you, honey. That's, can you turn off my mic?
Finally, I rest. No more guessing where I'm going. trust that the wind knows where it's blowing. You created heaven and earth long before my birth. The entire universe keeps turning. You hold every child in your arms, like the sky full of stars, and they know who you are. I'm learning. Grace, I can feel it. Grace, I can feel it moving through my soul, promising you'll never let me go. Finally, I see every moment has its reason, simply meant to be, like the turning of the season. You created all with your hands. I need not understand the invisible plan you're writing everywhere. Such infinite love, so much more than enough. It keeps lifting me up. I'm rising. Grace, I can feel it. Grace, I can feel it moving through my soul, promising you'll never let me go. Oh, great grace, grace, I can feel grace, I can feel grace. Oh, I can feel grace. All right, grace. Oh, I can feel it. Oh, going deeper. Grace. Can you feel it? Grace. Oh, just let it in. Grace. Oh, grace.
Grace by Daniel Nahmod. And now we have an opportunity to celebrate our abundance together. Press the space bar. Could I get a volunteer? David? Thank you. If you're joining us as a guest, you may have received a visitor packet. And in that packet, there's a card like this. And if you're joining us as a guest, your tithe today is filling out that card and placing it in the basket. And if you'd like to receive the e-newsletter once a month, you can check that box right there on that card. I'd like to thank all the guests who are joining us today at Unity of Huntsville. I give because I believe in love. I give because I believe in love. I give because I believe in you. If you're joining us online and you'd like to freely give from your heart, you may go to unityofhuntsville.org and click on the donate button. And now let us bless all the gifts that we have received here this morning, both in person and online, as we affirm together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Lovingly I give, and lovingly I receive. And now I'd like to share a few announcements with you. Today is the 4th Sunday of the month, and so Lindsay Strickland has driven down from Tennessee to give us a Course in Miracles lesson after the service today. After our Circle of Light, I should say. And that's every 4th Sunday. On 1st and 3rd Sundays, Debbie Priest is offering us a course called The Divine Principle. It is about the teachings of the Unification Church. On 2nd Sundays, we gather together upstairs for a potluck dinner, just a chance to share time with one another informally and talk about whatever we want and enjoy some good food. So we hope you'll come out for those. I'll be starting a class back on Wednesdays, starting the second Wednesday in July, and it'll be available both on Zoom as well as in person here at the church. Seashell. It's a 3-session introduction to spiral dynamics, human evolution, and spiritual development. The mystical seashell uses the spiral seashell as a metaphor for the unfolding evolution of consciousness. Just as a shell grows by spiraling outward, by retaining every previous layer, human beings and civilizations evolve through increasingly complex stages of awareness. Participants will explore the spiral dynamics color memes as both the collective journey through our humanity, through history, as well as the individual journey of each one of us as we move from birth through the emergence of second-tier consciousness. This course emphasizes that each stage is not something to eliminate, but to include and transcend. And that'll be starting, I think it's July the 8th, but don't hold me tight to that. And so those are pretty much our announcements, and we hope you'll stay around for our Circle of Light. If you have another announcement?
I have one announcement.
Yes.
And that is, tomorrow is Dean's birthday.
Oh, boy.
So
Who told you that?
sing happy birthday to Dean.
Thank you. That was a surprise. Thank you so much.
I brought a card, if everybody can sign that, please, for Dean, and I brought some brownies, so when you get ready, before you sit down in a circle, grab yourself a brownie. They're extremely gooey and rich, and there's a knife if one of them is too big for you.
All right. Carol.
I have a question for Debbie. I heard a couple people ask, are they gluten-free?
No, sorry.
All right.
People needed to know.
Yes, people need to know that. All right, I'd like to thank everyone who's joined us online today. We offer the chance to share this experience with everyone you meet by simply seeing the Christ light that's in you, in each person you meet. And we hope to see you come down and join us here in person so that you can share in our Circle of Light. Thank you so much for joining us online, and we hope to see you soon right here.